God, it looks like those fires are still somewhat active out there, but not as bad. You can see the mountains at least. But what's today? Monday, Tuesday? I don't even know. But this weekend, me and my lady friend will be going to Dana Point for the Palm Tree Festival, music festival, at I think it's Doheny State Beach. Yep, that's what or it may be Lantern Park or somewhere, which is right next to it, or probably both areas, right near Dana Point Harbor. Shit, I grew up down. I remember before that harbor existed. God, that was a long time ago. I remember before Fashion Island existed. Yeah. I remember there was a time in the 50s where you could have bought a house on Balboa Peninsula and even Balboa Island in the 50s for like $50,000. You know what those homes are worth now? 2, 3, 4 mil. Yep. Yep. So yes, I'm not there to make a promo for the Palm Tree Festival. I'm there to make a vid and a documentary for Martin. Also, Calvin Harris and the Chainsmokers will be there. Maybe I'll film them also. I'll see. I'll talk. I haven't. That's not my main reason for going, but I'll talk to them and see if they. Yeah, I know those dudes. Calvin's kind of, let's just say, he only likes to be filmed by certain people. He's very. He didn't want us to film him at Ultra, so he's kind of a weird dude, but I guess so am I. No, I don't know. He's just sort of, like who plays Ultrafest and doesn't want us to stream him? Just like, what are you thinking, dude? But he used to date Taylor Swift 7 or 8 years ago or something. So yeah, it should be. It's interesting because it's like right on the beach there. Hopefully, I'd like to think the stage is facing out towards the ocean so that the homeowners don't pick up the sound, and also there's nothing, it'll be perfect acoustics because the sound will be coming right off the stage, off the speakers, and just like float right over the ocean. It's just like there's nothing there to as a backstop. Should be perfect acoustics. Now, if they set the stage up facing against the ocean towards the homes, I'm telling you, those homeowners right above there on that Dana Point Bluff and the ones off Golden Lantern back in there, just north of PCH, and even the ones, some of them, maybe even San Juan Capistrano, the ones that are near Cap Beach or something, or the lower parts of San Clemente. Northern San Clemente, these people might be able to hear the music. It won't be super loud. And unfortunately, when you're hearing it that far away, it has sort of since the sound has to travel, it becomes kind of muffled. It's not as clear. But hint, I would say if you went down to, let's say, if you can get down there early, I imagine the restaurants will be open in Dana Point Harbor. There's little like shopping area there. Let's just say if you went down there right about like to a little bar or restaurant to grab some food or a drink, I can guarantee you will hear the music from there. What the traffic situation's like, I don't know. A lot of people will be shuttled in only because you can get a shuttle for $15 versus I think they want $100 plus for car parking for 2 days. I mean, obviously I have a parking pass, but I'm there for business. I'm on Martin's guest list. It's his first performance in Orange County, so it's kind of cool. Yep. No, he's my focus. If I decide to shoot the Chainsmokers for my documentary, or Calvin, or I can't, whoever, there's one other, is it Rehab? Who's the fourth one? The fourth headliner? And then the rest of the people are just nobodies. Like, you got 4 headliners, 2 each night, Friday, Saturday, and then then what you got is you got these like 4, 5, 6 other acts of literally people I never heard of. So it's going to be an interesting festival. It's kind of like both extremes. But hey, these newcomers, these nobodies right now they'll be exposed to the same audiences of Calvin and Chainsmokers and Martin, obviously. So it's, believe me, I'd do it for free if I was there. If I was those guys, I'd pay to be opening acts for Martin Garrix. See, what people don't understand is you have to do shit like this. You know how many free demo vids I put out before I even did what I did for money? Even today, 20% of my vids I make on comp for free for various reasons. Artists who don't have money that I believe in. Just like my best friend's son, who's up and coming. I give him advice. I mean, he's 25. I think he's been involved in this music scene 10 years. I've been involved in this music scene for 35 fucking years. It'll be interesting. Yeah. See, I always say if you can't be a DJ, the next best thing is being a dude like me that films DJs. See, what people don't realize is, if I'm streaming something live or not even live, and you got to use 10, 12 cameras, you got to have multiple camera setups. But most of the time when I'm making a video, just like on a feature film, we use one camera. In other words, I'm trained to basically shoot things with one camera, whether it's a short film, a feature film, a documentary film. Unless it's an action scene, like you're going to crash cars and the expenses are so much that you need to cover it with multiple cameras. I'm telling you, most feature films shot with one camera. And what a lot of people don't realize is the great directors like Spielberg and even Scorsese and definitely Ridley Scott, all these, especially Ridley Scott, and me included, not that I'm on their level, Kubrick too. These were all men that literally, I will say, they probably, especially Ridley operates the camera almost exclusively. I do too. Spielberg operates about half the time. Kubrick, I think he was exclusively behind the camera too. Now you might wonder, why as a film director would you want to direct a movie, a scene from behind the camera? Many reasons. It is harder because you have to focus on framing, angles, while you're also looking at the performance. So it makes it easier with video. It's much harder with film, but with video, you've got playback instantly. And if you don't like something, you just re-record it. But The reason we do it is because directors like that or myself, we tend to use complex shots that might last up to a minute. Dolly shots, tracking shots, crane shots, etc. Or just long handheld shots. And it's a hell of a lot easier for me to do those shots since they've already been planned out, pre-planned in my head, than it is for me to tell, a camera operator to do it. Now, as I get older, is my operating more difficult? Of course. You have less stamina and, you're just older. You're not going to, it's just, especially if a camera's heavy, it can be tiresome. I mean, ever handhold the Aeroflex 35 millimeter BL camera? Trust me, you wouldn't want to. Digital cameras tend to be lighter because there's no film mags loaded on them. But no, it's all digital. I use MX. I'm not even, I use I use the type of medium I record on that Panasonic develops. Basically, it's the least compressed video image on a high-def camera, one the least compressed. But it should be interesting. I'm looking forward to it. Anytime I film a guy like Martin, I'm always looking forward to it. Now, 2 weeks later, going down to San Diego and filming my best friend's son at Club Bloom in San Diego, and he's a dubstep DJ. Dubstep's my least favorite genre of music in the EDM world. But, I'm looking for, the last one or two times, because of situations, one time with my car and one time with another incident, I was supposed to film him on a boat cruise in Long Beach over Father's Day and then at a club in Orange County, and I couldn't do it. So I definitely have to get down there. I think it's the 16th, if he's playing at Bloom, I believe. I'll drive down there, stay overnight, and film him, of course. Yep. Usually when I'm filming, obviously I don't drink. Hard to smoke weed. I usually like popping. Xanax is the best for me when I'm filming because when you're on stage, even for a guy like me, and I'm getting close to these people, and there's 5,000 people in the crowd, not that there will be here, or 10,000. I've filmed in front of God knows how many thousands. It is sort of nerve-wracking. It's not nerve-wracking, but there's a certain amount of pressure because you're always in the back of your mind worried, not that you can't do what you're doing, but let's face it, technical problems, whether it be with their equipment, my equipment, or whatever. There's always a possibility of something. And it's not like I'm carrying around a bunch of extra cameras because they're $4 or $5 grand a piece. So, you know what I'm saying? So I'm more worried about technical issues happening. As far as what I do, I can practically do it in my fucking sleep. So, shout out to the Dana Point Palm Tree Music Festival, folks. Be there or don't be there.